So I wondered if piracy at this point is theft or stealing because of the landscape of what's going on in the industry, mainly the video game industry. I think we're past to the anime industry because, so much controversy surrounding Crunchyroll. People are not liking what Crunchyroll does, so I think that's sailed for that subject. But video game piracy, I think what's going on right now is I think a lot of people are going to end up pirating a lot of games. Now, I personally am not going to advocate for it because I believe if you're going to hurt the company, you hurt them with the wallet, boycott, don't buy their games. But I know not everybody's going to stick to that philosophy, and that's fine. I'm not here to condemn you, nor am I going to condone piracy when it comes to video games. But after seeing Nintendo's video, which I will leave his video in the description about it because he did about 2 weeks ago, it's just getting really, really hard to justify buying a lot of video games and platforms because they're getting way too expensive. I mean, look at Nintendo. Apparently, they've been doubling down and they're going to charge even more money, which doesn't make any sense because apparently the tariff's only like 10%, which is really nothing. Not even remotely that bad. For some reason, Nintendo thinks in their head, like, oh, we got to charge 25%. It's ridiculous. But I think what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of people just, look at their backlog and go, okay, I'm perfectly fine. I got a lot of games I need to finish or, stuff like that. This situation with Nintendo just really opened people's eyes to how greedy the video game industry is, especially with the AAA gaming market. It's just like, why are you trying to justify $80, 80 to 90, possibly $100 of Grand Theft Auto 6. And it's like, where is the value that we're getting for it? If you want me to pay more for something, you have to give me equal value in return. You can't just willy-nilly charge me more and just go, oh, okay, we're going to just screw you and just charge more because we can. It's just not going to happen, okay? And I do believe that people should do the right thing and just boycott games or boycott Nintendo's console. If you still want to buy the console, I'm not stopping you. I'm just saying for me personally, I'm not going to get the Nintendo Switch 2 because Nintendo is just really moving this gaming industry into greed. I mean, look at Sony recently. They charged more for PlayStation Plus. Yeah, they're up in the price already. And it's like, oh, here we go. I really want the gaming industry to go in the right direction, but it's just a lot of these things right now are really, really concerning to me. But when it comes to video game piracy or piracy in general, I could see why people are doing it now. It's not like the old days, when the internet first got introduced in the 20th century, early 2000s. A lot of people had the stance of, if you're pirating games, or pirating anything, what's wrong with you? And I can see why people back then shamed it. Because there was really no reason to pirate stuff back then. I'm not going to lie. I did pirate a lot of music using this stuff called LimeWire. Which, by the way, I don't recommend you download anything with LimeWire. Because that's got a lot of malware and viruses. And now there's things on YouTube, like there's something called YouTube to MP3 converter, which is completely free and legal. You could just download music that way if you really want to. And plus there's Spotify, which you actually get value for what you pay for every month. I think people's beliefs and stances have changed on piracy. Now I'm seeing more and more people just say, fuck it, I'm going to pirate, I'm going to sail the high seas. And, if you wanted to go do that, I'm not going to stop you. I personally don't agree we should try and pirate games. Like I said, though, people are going to do what they want. It's their choice, right? But the situation is getting really bad. Like, didn't Gabe Newell, of all people, which I want to say something for the record. I really believe Gabe Newell is very overrated by PC gamers. I don't know why people think Gabe Newell is such this great person. Like, they think he's like the next god or something. You forget, Gabe Newell's a human being. He can screw up too, just to let you know that. The easiest way to stop piracy is not by putting anti-piracy technology to work. It's by giving those people a service that's better than what they're receiving from the pirates. And that is so true. Like, I'm sorry, what's the point in subscribing to Crunchyroll if Crunchyroll has all these problems? Video won't play, subtitles missing or glitching, censorship, you name it. Like, why do people want to invest in Crunchyroll? The only best paid anime site I heard about, it's called High Dive. I could not for some reason figure out the name of this anime site, but this is like the only decent anime streaming site. You can actually pay for it and you're like, okay, I'm getting my value. But even then, High Dive is so limited to the selection they have, so just keep that in mind. And then let's not forget the fact that people legally purchased Funimation videos but get shafted as soon as they close Funimation. It's like, if you're taking something away from me that I fully bought with my own money, like, is it really stealing from them when they kind of steal from us? And that's something I'm going to leave to the audience if they ever come across this video. Do you guys believe that piracy is justified for anything, even video games? Let me know in the comment section. I'm not going to condemn you if you believe in the stance of pirating games is okay. I'm going to disagree with you, but that's all I'm going to do. Anyways, take care. I'll catch you later.
Don't do this. This is very illegal and very shady. And I know what you're thinking. Why would somebody want to do this? What would push somebody to do something this illegal, this despicable? And I think it's very simple. Because they feel like they have no choice. Now I know what you're going to say. This is a video game console. You do not need it. And you're absolutely right. I'm not even being sarcastic. You actually don't need to do this. You don't need to play every single game that comes out just because there's hype generated around it. You don't need to buy the new Switch and pirate the games that come out eventually just to prove a point. I would much rather you don't even buy the Switch at this point, because screw Nintendo at the moment. But the fact of the matter is, when people want something and it becomes a regular part of their life, they are going to rebel if they feel like they are being treated unfairly. It's very difficult to go to somebody whose only source of entertainment is video games and tell them, since you can't afford video games, you cannot play them anymore. Since all of your friends are now much richer than you, you have to stay on the current gen console and you can't keep up with them. And I understand, again, these are not needs, these are wants. Nintendo is not starving anybody. But try to explain that to a 16-year-old. Try to explain that to an 18-year-old. Try to explain that to a 20-year-old. You're wondering why they're going to start pirating? That's why they're going to pirate. They're being ripped off. And again, I have to reiterate, this does not justify piracy and it does not justify stealing. But if I am Nintendo and I am trying to combat piracy, and I know that nobody is going to arrest all of these people that are trying to illegally download my games and pay my stuff without playing, why am I not taking that into consideration when I am providing the service for them? Is it because they don't negotiate with people that want to do illegal stuff? Fine, don't negotiate with them, but you're gonna get a loss on your console and some of your games sold at that point. Genuinely, I think the Nintendo Switch 2 might end up having one of the largest homebrew scenes out of every Nintendo console during its lifespan. And I say that because I think they are suffocating the gamers. And if you're still here, hear me out. And for the 5th time, I need to reiterate, I don't support the acts of piracy. There is no justification, but sometimes we need to understand why things happen and not just say they shouldn't happen.